now that it's over, what did SEC Media Days exceed your expectations, or like what was this like for you?
It was very fun. A lot of interviews, but it's a fun experience, and I'm blessed to represent the team.
How are you feeling?
I feel good. Just ready to go.
How has that whole process been from just getting injured through the fall and then winter and spring, and just how has that been for you?
It's just something you just got to keep your head high and just keep praying about it. God will put you in the right path to be ready. So I'll be ready for the season. So I'm not mad about it. Just something you got to go through. Everything happens for a reason. So I'm just anxious to get back on the field.
How did you kind of handle spring? Well, what did you do, or what were you able to even do in the spring?
I worked out majority of the spring. They were just trying to take precautionary measures so I'd be good for the season.
What's the motivation like for you to not only come back for an injury, but for the team as a whole to, considering how the season ended last year?
Last year, the way it ended last year was kind of tough because that was a game we should have won. We just let it slip from my hands. So we just motivated to get back out there next year and execute and try to win the whole thing this year.
How important, though, was it to make it as far as you guys did into a bowl as big as a Sugar Bowl to kind of give y'all confidence going into this year as well?
It was very important because, the few years before that, we was always trying to get over a hump, trying to finish games that we knew we should have won. So it's good that we had that season so everybody can see this is the standard of Ole Miss and this program's only going up.
How much you've been able to see so far from Watkins and Robinson and Heath and some of these new receivers around you?
It's been fun. Watkins, I got to do the whole spring with him, and me and Malik, we've been training together since we was in high school. So it's like having another brother on the team. So it's fun having more guys on the team and receiving, just having more depth.
You guys lost, obviously, some guys. I mean, are you eager or willing to take on more of a leadership role in that receivers room?
Yes, so there's definitely a role I'm willing to fulfill, and I'm just eagerly waiting to get back on the field and just show the younger guys how it's supposed to be done and kick this receiver room up to the standard.
Ontario, Braylon, Terrion, Snoop, a lot of big players for this offense, Matt included there as well. I mean, what's your confidence level that those roles will be able to be filled easily?
I feel like we've had a pretty good offseason in the portal and training the younger guys so they'll be ready when the numbers are called. So I feel like there won't be no drop-off at all, but it's definitely hard losing guys like that.
In terms of the portal, just getting experienced guys like Watkins and Robson, and then does that kind of help in terms of you bringing in seasoned guys who have kind of played at that level that you've been playing at as well?
Yeah, so we definitely want guys that got game experience, and it makes it easier on the freshmen and the younger receivers in. So when they get their opportunity, it won't be much of a load on them. So they just had time to ease in and be comfortable.
I heard you talking about how, the injury was tough for you just because you worked so hard, and then to work that hard and then have a little bit of a setback, it could be frustrating. How much of a chip has that created for you on your shoulder to go into this year knowing, that you bounce back from that and to try to, get back?
Well, I'm just ready to show people that I'm healthy and show everybody what I can do at 100% when I'm at my best, and I feel like everybody will be in for a treat this year.
Lane was asked about, Matt Corral and his leadership and whatnot, and he brought up a story of when he would work out with the receivers and he'd beat you all in the sprints and whatnot. I guess just what kind of a leader was he, and what do you kind of see out of Luke and Jackson in terms of leadership qualities?
Matt was a good leader, even though he didn't lift weights all them days. He would beat us in running, but nobody told that. But yeah, but that's no excuse though. Matt was a hard worker. He wanted us in our best shape so we could, receivers. We run more than anybody on the field, so he wanted us in our best shape. So Luke and Jackson definitely been trying to fulfill their role, make sure they're leaders on the team and get everybody respect.
What's kind of your takeaway from them watching, during the spring, just both of them kind of in that competition?
It's fun watching two younger quarterbacks. It's different. Matt been my quarterback all 3 years, so it's fun watching them play. And it's going to be even more fun watching them during fall count. So whoever the coach picks, I'm behind them.
How tough is it to, have a quarterback change like that where you basically got to learn new tendencies, learn, what reads they make, stuff like that?
It's not really tough. It's the same offense, so it's not really tough. So I know their progressions and their timing. It's different that Matt's not throwing the ball because when Matt throws it to you, you really can tell he's throwing it to you because he got a different type of zip. But at the end of the day, football is still the same. You still have to catch it, so it's still the same to me.
You said you're so eager to become more of that leader for this team. Have you taken any kind of receivers under your wing, and has anyone been trying to learn from you?
Oh, yeah, I try to give out all tips to any receivers to try to help each other out their game. There's no competition between all of us. At the end of the day, the goal is still the same. We're trying to be the best team in the country, so I need them their best, and they need me and my best, so we're trying to help each other out.
How is, now you're familiar in friendship with Malik, how has it been for him kind of making that transition this month?
It's been good. Malik, he reminds me a lot like Braylon. Always has good energy. It's never a negative day when Malik's around, so he brings good energy to the receiving room, and he brings a dog mentality.
What are you seeing from the other side of the ball, the secondary, you know, AJ and Otis back there leading that group? Of course, they lost a lot of guys on the defensive side, but just what have you seen from like the spring practices and then, you know, getting that side of the ball up to speed?
I feel like the defense is going to take a leap this year. Watching AJ become the leader of the defense, and all the other transfers they brought in too. So I feel like the defense is going to have more packages they can bring in this year. It's going to be really fun watching them play this year.